Hello team, welcome back to Next Level JJ. I hope you're doing well. It is another Diablo stream. I had so much fun a few days ago, and this morning I woke up and I was like, right, well, if you could play anything this afternoon, what would you play? And actually there's two things. I'll be doing a Rocket League stream later, but I was like, gotta get some Diablo in. Hey, look, we're not alone. We've already got the Dino Eater in the chat. I love you, Dino. You are the most awesome subscriber, follower, teammate, all of that. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well, buddy. You installed Diablo 4 yesterday, and what are your thoughts so far? How's it going? Now, of course, simple team, head over to nextleveljj.com if you want to have any of the deets, especially Discord and so forth. And then, of course, the amazing music, as always, is provided by Stream Beats by Harris Heller. Now, I did do a deep dive. I did a dive of some nature into the new season, the Season of Death, Awakening, and all of that rubbish. But, so if you want to see more of that, head over to my previous stream and go and check that out. But just a quick little trailer on what we're doing this season. Then we'll get into build guide, and then we'll get stomping.
Brothers and sisters, to live is to suffer. We search for release from anguish and pain. There is but one true release. For only in death will we find salvation. To live in sanctuary is to live in torment. We mortals know this well.
The new horrors that threaten
The gates
sanctuary.
of our eternal home open. Heed the call and enter. Try as you might, you cannot fight against it. Arise! Arise and give praise to the end. In ascension, seek your reward.
Yep, collab with Overwatch. Watch. Cool wings, man. Doesn't this just get you pumped?
For there are those that would hinder our path. But take heart. The one we call out to has heard our cries and answers with prejudice. For death is salvation. And we shall welcome it.
Okay. Well, they definitely know to pump things up now. I've got nothing but good things to say about the season so far. I had a lot of fun. You know, I've played a lot of Diablo in my time, and I can tell you that some of the seasons they're just the same. And to be fair, technically a lot of the mechanics are things that are just new, but are just rehashed versions of other things, but it's how they've kind of combined that's just made it a lot of fun. But I think it's also to do with the advancements that they brought to Diablo 4 as a whole, especially in the previous release, The Lord of Hatred. So yeah, it's just a great game. Great to jump in, especially if you haven't played it for a while. Definitely get in it. So quickly, there are ruptures. Sometimes you can go to a Death Doll chamber. There's towers. The Solar Self-Found, which I'm doing, which means that you can not join any parties, you can't sell or buy anything, but what it then means is you're measured against people that are literally they play by themselves. So it's quite a nice thing to check out. And then yeah, new mythic uniques, new monsters, new reliquaries, and yada 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 yada. Dino says he's heading on holiday to Kerry for 4 nights. Dude, I'm jealous, man. Kerry is beautiful. Okay, team. So next thing I want to cover off is build guides. So, of course, if you watched my previous stream, you'll know all about this, but just a reminder, I use maxroll.gg's build guides. They just work best for me. There are other sites like Icy Veins and that are also really good. Build guides are a great way for you to get assistance to get through things maybe a little bit quicker. You get assistance with maybe trying to tackle a particular type of part of Diablo that maybe you're struggling with, but also it's for people like me that have played this game so many times. You get to a point where you want to get to the very end game, and to get there you don't want to waste time trying to figure out, well, if I use this shield with this sword. And so build guides are just a way, and it's kind of like building a puzzle. You know, I love building a puzzle. I think there's a lot of people that like building puzzles. And so you kind of have that thing where you're constantly looking for these items, and then when you get them, you get this eureka moment. So, okay, what are we doing here? Very simply, tier list. There are a bunch of build tiers. Leveling build tiers, which we've covered. Speed farming, which we're not too fussed about. Bossing, so if you really want to crack bosses, then I'll show you the right one. Of course, if you're going to push pits, this is the way to go. But we're just going to go overall endgame, and look, in S tier, we've got the Whirlwind Barb. So this is, out of all the various tiers, the one that's going to slap the best, man. Cool, man. Dino, have you been to Kerry before, or is it your first time? Okay, and so, of course, the build guides range from you're just starting with it or you're at the end of it. And so you can see here, we're going to start with starter, of course, and then you'll see mid-game, this is where we start adding in uniques. And so the moment you start picking up one of these uniques, you then switch to that. Then you get endgame, this is where you start building your mythics out, and of course you've got various talisman and things like that, and then push, and then one mythic variant as well. And so it's really evolved on maxwell.gg, and so you can find the guide that's perfect for you. So as I said, we're going to hit the starter for now. This is pretty much the same build we've been running from the leveling build. Pros, incredible area of is it attack? What was AoE again? How do I forget that? Area of something. A lot of damage over an area. Super fast, spin to win. Endgame gearing is a bit hardcore, but once you crack it, it's great. High cooldown requirements, that's okay. We will sort that out. Cool. And so here we go. This is also important. So this shows our skill tree. As you can see, it's on starter, and that kind of shows us everything we need to see there. I think we're pretty good in that regard, but it's the Paragon board that we're going to be most focused on today. What's the theme today? Of course, I said, worms. And so one of the cool things, if you go and watch a streamer called Ryker, R-H-Y-K-K-E-R, he did this really good, link is in the description on YouTube and Rumble. He did this really good video explaining all the mechanics of Season 14, and importantly, how to level up quickly. And so I did pretty good in my previous stream. I managed to get from level 1 to 70 in 5 hours. You can do it a lot faster than that, for sure. But next step is to try and just continue that high speed leveling up, and there's a way for us to do this when we go into certain areas within the Season 14 mechanics. So for instance, we're going to focus on unlocking our war plans, and then we're going to go and find these Hellwyrms, and these Hellwyrms are the things that are going to help us sort of kick ass. Speaking of Hellwyrms, I do need to quickly open up a particular website that I have been, well, not what I have been, what was recommended by Ryker. And so basically what this does, it just shows you, which annoyingly I don't think it has a full screen option. Yeah, I mean, they could have probably designed it. But anyway, long story short, this site, I'll show you quickly, build guide, there we go. This shows us the locations of all the Hellwyrms, and these worms are going to be what supercharges our speeding up our build. Anyway, so back to the build guide. So We have got our mercenary sorted, I believe. This is going to focus on our war plan. So everything you need to know is in one place. You can just follow this and you'll get through to the end game very well. Dino says, what level are you in Diablo? So my current level for this character is level 70 and then Paragon 5 or something like that. So what happens in Diablo, once you hit level 70, you then start a new leveling process, which is Paragon. So at level 70, you basically maxed out your skill tree, and now you're going to go into your Paragon. How about you, buddy? I asked you earlier, you might have missed that. What do you think of Diablo so far? How far did you get? What level is your character? All right, cool. So with that in mind, let me just quickly do something here, which you won't be able to see, which is that. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, I need to. Again, you won't. You know what? I might as well show you what I'm doing. So what I do is I actually run 2 different browsers. The one is just the build guide, so that I can quickly access things like this. The other is actually just the same tab, but what I do is I just enlarge this, so it's easy for me to see how to do these things as I go. Because we will start down here at Challenger and we'll take it from there. Okay, but it is with this in mind that I say, why don't we jump, take the energy down a notch. Gosh, this game's music is just amazing. Sorry, I was Paragon 14. Whatever. That will change very rapidly. And so here, my friends, this is Lagertha. So named as a female barbarian, but also a historical figure from back in the days of the Vikings, Scandinavia. So she was a leader and a very, very powerful warrior. I like the outfit. I think it's quite cool. Plus, any of my Doom fans out there? Now, of course, it wouldn't be a Next Level JJ Diablo stream if I don't go to the shop.
Salutations, Wanderer.
Salutations, Wanderer.
And don the mantle of history's champions.
Cool. Dinah says, not that far, level 6. So, have you been playing the storyline? And sort of how long did you play? Because usually you tend to level up fairly quickly as long as you stick to the storyline and sort of enjoy it. Ooh. Whoa, look at this. Now, reminder, I'm running on relatively low graphics, and that's because I'm obviously running my streaming system off the same device, so this can look a lot better. Also, it's a little gaming laptop, so... hello, Lily. Okay. You say it best. Now, of course, there is the Overwatch collab, and so, I mean, I've never played Overwatch, so I would have no idea of what is good, but I can tell you that these wings you pretty much got by default in Diablo 3, and I ran these wings a lot. I just think they look super cool. Yes, wings are a thing in Diablo. Cool. Yeah, there's some interesting things out here at the moment. I mean, if you want a pet green onion, is there a vegetable, man? Yeah, sometimes these collabs are... Yeah, I really love the Doom one. The Doom one was freaking amazing. And then all those young people out there, close your eyes, because the outfits are sometimes a little... well, I guess it's the same as a swimsuit, but how freaking cool does that look? Absolutely awesome. Let's see if there's anything. I mean, I've seen this 100 times, so for me it's not that interesting, but for you guys, you might be like, damn. Remember, this is your character. You buy this, and that's what you're gonna look like when you play. Look at your... Is that a mace? Oh, you can put it on multiple things. And that's... Oh. Yep. No, Blizzard knows how to make people want to spend money. I think they make like millions and millions and millions per week just on people spending money on skins. And hey, I've done it. I will do it again. It's one of those things where if you want to invest time into a game and there's a particular skin that you like, you'll see later in Rocket League, for instance, I bought the Death Star explosion, goal, explosion animation. So every time I score a goal in Rocket League, it shows the Death Star popping up, the entire stage goes black, and then the Death Star explodes exactly like it did in the movie. And so that's every time that happens, I feel good, and over a period of time, that pays for that animation. Yeah. But yeah, Dino, what did you think of Diablo? Did you like it so far? I guess if you're only level 6, probably not. Okay, let's get down into it. Now, the cool thing is we actually kind of left off with having quite a lot of equipment and stuff on the ground. Fanta. Nom 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 nom. And so we're going to do a little bit of housekeeping, a little bit of admin work first. Okay. Alright, now this cache was actually bugged. I just want to see if it unbugged. Two very unimpressive results. So yeah, I got a bunch of helms and stuff like that, and so this is something we'll look at now. Okay, so skill tree, we still got 2 points left, so we'll waste that over there. Well, it's not really a waste, is it? And so what I want to do is I want to jump into the build guide, because even though I think the setup I've got here is exactly correct, what I want to probably do is,
More loyal friends you'll not
oh good, is just make sure that there's no change between the leveling guide and this one in particular. So let me quickly do this. You can see what I'm seeing. And so here we go. So starter, 83 points spent. Interesting, I've got 77, but I think you get some points for doing other missions. So what do we got here? Actually, I've got this really cool one where you can actually see both at the same time. Check this out. I know, hashtag geeky. But yeah, you can see now, you can actually see me operating it in the game and operating it here as well. But anyway, let's not overcomplicate things. I know. Okay, so starting at the top, there's an investment down and an investment up, and then just one of 15. It's interesting that they've selected 5 there. Then, of course, this is Whirlwind Bob's a spin to win, so it's maxed out. And then we're going up, up, and down. Cool, perfect. This is weird. You see how it's gone away from ground stomp? Interesting. Okay. Well, you see, this is why we check things. And so we're going in to Rallying Cry. At the top, and the bottom. And so again, we've got this split there, up there, down there, perfect. And then here we've got that's over there, excellent. Sorry, I know you won't really be seeing me making the changes, but I guess it's saving a bit of time me flipping around. So you see, interesting, what it's done now is it's actually taken me back here. So it's actually saying this is not that important. So we go up, down, across, and that's because now Rallying Cry becomes our most important skill. And so then if we scroll up here, we'll see the setup now is Rallying Cry, Challenging Shout, War Cry, dropping the Call of the Ancients, which we've now brought down a little bit, and then that. And just like that, my friends, there we go. Dinah says, I like it. Ah, dude, tell me more. Like, have you enjoyed the story? Is this something you want to invest more time into? I know you do play a lot of games, and I find that you jump from games to games quite a lot, which I'm the same, to be fair. But I'd love to hear more about it. And of course, a reminder, if you want to play together, we can definitely do that. You know, we can schedule a time where you and I play together, and I can help you get further. But as I said, I think the storyline is so good that you need to not get distracted by everything around the game, because there's a lot in Diablo. It's come a very long way. Just enjoy it, go through the story, love your character. And so now we go to our Paragon board. So if you don't know the Paragon board, firstly, it can also seem quite overwhelming. But again, I've said this multiple times. When you play this game, you want to upgrade levels, and eventually it's a long gap between every time you level up. And so every time you do level up, you're like, yay, I can put one step closer to my next goal. And so it looks crazy here, but trust me, it's not. And so as we can see here on the build guide side of things, if I zoom out, it's actually quite a large amount of nodes to do. And so we'll just do exactly what the build guide is saying. So basically it's just like that, and there's a few more down there, and I will go and do that later. Okay, so beautiful. Dinah says I'm now level 8. Cool. What do you think, buddy? Do you enjoy the game so far? Now, what we want to focus on is what are we going to be wearing? And so, as we can see here, there's a range of things. Anger management, so 50% primary resource. While wielding a two-handed weapon, gain 40% damage reduction. While fortified, we deal 65% damage. Basic skills grant 30%, and so what I'm going to try and do is trying to get weapons that fall into this category. Also, as we can see from a seal perspective, they are running the Berserker's Crucible, and so we need to get these particular charms, which we will do. Okay. So first and foremost, let's have a look here. Anger management was well above 50% primary. So I believe I've got that one. Ooh, hang on. Is that a double skill? Yeah, so there we go. So our boots. I'm actually going to make it easy for myself to see which one's which. I'll just put them in order. The next one is critical heavenly strength. So wielding a two-handed weapon. I don't believe I've got that one yet. By the way, I'm looking for the orange text. No, I do not. Okay. Next, we've got crushing, which is while fortified, you deal 65% increased damage. It's not critical that you do this, and honestly, by the time I've started upgrading, it's not going to make that big a difference. There we go. So we've got that. It's just, if I can focus a little bit on my build before I now try and go for the leveling, I can spend a lot more time just raising level, till you get to a point where all your items start becoming top spec, and then you do another one of these sessions where you then flush out some upgrades. Okay, where were we? So next up, basic skills grant 30% damage reduction. Okay, let's just see if I've got a better one already fitted. Jeez. There we go. Hang on. Now that's increased damage. No, that's not it. Cool. Right. What's next? Gain 6% of your maximum life as fortify whenever you deal direct damage. If only I had a good memory and I can remember all of these things. Save me so much time. Of all the things I've lost, I miss my mind the most. Okay. So we do not have the fortify. Okay, fine. While channeling a skill, all damage is increased. I did see that somewhere. Cool. Then we've got skills deal 60% increased damage based on available primary resource. pretty sure I did have that. Yeah, that's strange. Maybe I can equip it. Yeah. Yeah. Very strange. Okay, cool. Then its shouts skill cooldowns are reduced. I have not seen that at all, so I've got 2 missing there. The shout skills also grant. I haven't seen anything with shout in here yet. No. You gain fury per second while berserking. That I've seen, I believe. By the way, what I'm doing here is not something you'll do every time. It's sort of just giving me a good understanding of what I do have and what I don't. Your skills create iron shrapnel. Yeah, we know we've got that one. Your skills using bludgeoning weapons. Okay, so I've got a lot of things to find. A lot of things to find. It's very clear. Okay, the good news is I'm wearing the things mostly wearing the things that I need to. Okay. Cool. Very good. Very good indeed. Alright. Okay. And now we want to spend a little bit of time in optimization. So there's no masterworking happening yet. Let's see. And so basically critical strike chance is really what we want to focus on. And I believe last time I was looking for it and I couldn't find it, so I wonder if it's still not available to me. There we go. Not too bad. Cool, we'll take that. I always do that. I think they need to fix that. You always kind of naturally want to push escape. Escape. Okay, so more critical strike chance. Cool. And then for the shoes, we are going with movement speed. Which will definitely help a little bit. I'm not too fussed about the details of them. I'm just giving it a rough upgrade. So we want some life here. Increased damage to close enemies. That's smart. That's a little bit better. Cool. And here we're going life again. Cool. These are small little quick things that you can do that can make such a big impact on how we ride the wave of the next few minutes. Okay. Oh, no. There we go. And for this one, we want cooldown reduction. So this would be... Hang on. Has this already been done? No. Beautiful. BEA Yatavul. Same here. So all is cooldown reduction now. Great. Okay.
I'll be here, swinging away.
You're in better bit. Sorry. Got a little cray there. Okay, and so this is also something you don't really have to do. Let's just have a quick look here. Those are good.
Welcome to my home away from home.
Those are fine. Those are fine. Fine. We do use a challenging shout, don't we? Yes, we do. Oh, cool. Well, then we'll keep that. Strength, healing received, that's fine. Strength, we see cold resistance, though it is lovely. It'll be better used for cooldown reduction. Thank you. And this attack speed is good. Maximum life armor is fine. Vulnerable damage multiplier. I don't think we focus on vulnerable damage. We are focused on physical damage, and so... yeah, fine. We'll do that. Oh, that's all good. Okay, so these were just a bunch of small little things we could do just to speed things up. Okay. We would, well, obviously start there, and then we'll do that, and then medium amount of gems or a large amount of charms and seals. We need to get our charms going, so. Cool, that's it. And so now we're going to be hitting the hill tides like it's hot. Now, let's remember as well, I almost forgot, I upgraded my level to Penitent. Sorry, I always mess that up. And currently we are realistically on expert mode. We add each other on Diablo. What do you mean, Dino? Sorry, I only saw that message now. What do you mean, we add each other on Diablo? As in, you want to become friends? So, just a reminder, I can't, in this season with this character, play with anybody. I will have to create a new character to play with you, which I have no problem with. It'll be a lot of fun. Trust me, I want to do it. But for today's stream, I'll be focusing on just doing the things I want to do. So that's why I said if you want to play together, then we should schedule a time to do it. And then, of course, we can add and everything. You'll see here where my mouse is, it says Seasonal SSF. That's Solo Self-Found, which means it's a new mode they've brought out for the season. Because what happens, a lot of people get to the top of the ladders, but that's because they spent real money to buy things to make them better, and they had other teams carry them to make them better. And so Solo Self-Found is literally a mode they've developed right now, it's brand new, that allows people to play all on their own. And so if you are at the top of that leaderboard, you are truly the best in the world on your own, if I can put it that way. And so, dude, I am super keen to play with you. It'll be awesome. But like I said, then let's figure out a date and time. If you tell me, hey, next week, Thursday night or Saturday, you pick a date, you pick a time, and you and I can play Diablo together. But like I said, play the story, enjoy the game, learn the mechanics. That'll be so much better than if I now join you and you don't know stuff, and then I'm saying, hey, do this, and you're like, what's this? What's that? Okay, shall we? Exalted Fiends for sure.
You fight to live.
Okay, so Hungry Spires. Normal monster damage increase if Aether events go faster. We are in the Fiends business now, so let's focus on that. The annoying thing with my character at the moment is the Fury usage is really bad. Now, Dino, I'm a bit concerned. It seems like you don't really like the game, because I've asked you 4 times what do you think of the game, and you just went, I like it. Like, tell me more, buddy. What do you like about it? Is this just another game you're going to play for a little bit and skip, or is it something you maybe want to play a little bit more? Yes. Yeah, let's take on the Stalking Devil. Why not? Yeah, I might have overestimated my capabilities. He's like, yeah, can you repeat this? Oh, shit. Let's go! Hello! Fancy meeting you here! Sorry. What? He be dead. Oh, and so we can go straight to the Helltide. Okay, we can go straight to the Helltide. Sanctuary is peaceful. Really? Really? That one moment? That moment when I was ready? Gosh, it's so bright outside. Okay, hang on a second. That's a little bit better. my apartment faces towards the west, and so the sun, when it sets, does that. Okay, so yes, we've got Helltide. Let's go. Actually, hang on, while I'm here.
Oh, it is a heavy flying eel swinging away.
Okay, and so now we're activating this mode. Now, before we can do that, we do want to increase the level of our Helltides, and so it means we kind of want to get through this ASAP. Okay, so let's go this way.
The secrets.
Any rupture we find, we attack. Oh, hello. What the fuck? Where's this damn corpse? Is it here? Found the corpse, though. Dinah said to play a little bit more of it. What? To play a little... Sorry, man, you didn't finish that sentence. To play a little... Oh, as in you need to play it a little bit more. That kind of makes sense. It's sort of like you asking me how would I rate The Devil Within without me actually playing it, like finishing it. So I get it, yeah, play it a little bit more. How's the head feeling, buddy? How was the 4th of July? Boop. Next one. Feeling good. Today was amazing. Got to spend it with family. Oh, heck, that's right. It's still the 4th of July where you are, I guess. Yeah, man, I'm jealous. How was the lake? Is there a lot of people there? Oh, I mean, of course there would be.
Are you there? Hey, could you help me? Bless you.
All right. Curses. Tell me about what you're doing here.
Nobody walks anymore.
Let me channel my inner French band that's offbeat. What am I doing here? So, what happens is, there's this thing called gravity. So what happens, all this dust flying around in the universe started to coalesce and become objects, and eventually it became a planet. And over millions and millions and millions of years of evolution, eventually life was born. And so that kept going for 4-point-something billion years. And then my mama and my daddy, you know, and then bang, and then a few years passed, and now I live in this country called New Zealand. And so what am I doing here? I am streaming Diablo 4. And so anyway, okay, that's just all jokes. What am I actually doing here? So first and foremost, I am playing a barbarian this season. And so where you join me is, Diablo is a very long, long, deep game, all right? And so it really depends on the type of person who's playing and the person's experience, where they want to come into this journey. Like, for instance, the guy who's in the chat with us, Dino, he's just installed a few days ago. He's playing the storyline. And so the whole point is, of course, just following instructions. But of course, this is an ARPG, so you're consistently finding things and you're upgrading things, and all of these things and systems combine to make you a more powerful character. Where I'm in the journey is, obviously I've played Diablo so many times that I, in my previous stream in 5 hours, went from level 1 to 70, which I think in your stream you were like, wow, that's impossible, or that's crazy. It's like, no, it's not. People can do that in 2 hours if they really, really want to. But I was doing it more just for fun. Of course, we play these things because it's fun. I've cracked that. So now my goal is to push deeper into the end game. And so, for instance, I'll show you on screen. I'm following what's called a build guide. When you're playing the game for the first time, you're not really hardcore into like trying to find the maximum build. You're more exploring. You do what we call theory crafting. We're like, oh, if I take this item and this item, their skills together by the powers that combine, you know, creates a more powerful synergy. And so you're trying to figure those things out when you're just playing the game. But when you get to my level, I want to get to the end game fast. And so, like I said earlier, like a puzzle, I follow a build guide. And a build guide says, if you have all of these things, you will be motherfucking powerful. And so I'm following, if I quickly open up the tier list, so there is different tiers for different types of builds. Overall end game, boss builds, leveling builds, speed farming builds, and. And so I'm following the overall end game build tier list. And in the S tier, there's the Whirlwind Barb. So I am building the most powerful character for this season of Diablo. Important for this season. And these things change. People figure out new metas and stuff like that. And so what I'm basically trying to do is find the right equipment to get my character through each phase. Yes, there are phases. You'll notice at the top of my build guide here, it says starter. What happens is in a few hours, I'll probably have reached a point where I can start finding mid-game level items like unique helmets and unique pants. All right. Then eventually I'm going to be good enough to reach the end game. Then I'm going to start working with mythics. Mythics are the things that are massively OP. All right. But as you'll see when I scroll through this build guide, there's a lot. I will stress this again, my friend. This game looks insanely complex to people who just join in and watch it right now. But when you're playing this game from level 1, things happen slowly. you don't know everything I know now. It's kind of like, I wouldn't say it's like Marathon, because Marathon throws a lot at you immediately, but you yearn for the next upgrade. You consistently can't wait for that thing to go boom, you've got a new level, or boom, you get this new item. And so you learn as you expand in the game. But basically, you'll see here, there's charms that you can add, and you get charm sets. So if I get all of those 5 charms, I get a set bonus for them. Well, technically, you get a set bonus for 2, 3, blah, 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 blah. All your weapons, socketed, all your skills, all your runes, yada, yada, yada. Yes, you've got a skill tree. You follow that to make sure that you're following the build guide. And then once you've done that, then you're going to go into your Paragon board, which is here, and then you'll do that. And so then you're going to do that. But of course, you've got mercenaries. You want to make sure that you follow the correct mercenary tree, just as they're optimized. Then, of course, for our war plans, we're going to want to see which is the best route to upgrade our war plans. So you're going to do that. Of course, there's a loot filter just in case you don't want to have certain things you want to pick up. And then, of course, there's glyphs. You want to upgrade those glyphs. Better upgrade those glyphs to go to the pit. Now, of course, if we go into the game and we go and open up the maps area, then it's quite a large map, and there's quite a lot of things to do. And it really depends on what you're trying to achieve at this point. What we're doing right now is we're focusing on war plan to go into Helltides. And so eventually, as the point of the stream has said, is I'm going to upgrade my war plans to the point where I'm able to go and do a specific thing which gives me Hellwyrms, which then gives me maggots, which makes me upgrade really fast, which means I can then upgrade my Paragon board faster. And so when I've done all of that, then I can start focusing on other things in this game, especially focusing on farming uniques. And the best thing to do is then go and kill bosses and things like that. Of course, we've got a world boss in about 18 minutes, so I shouldn't forget to set a timer for that, because it's really nice to go and do a world boss, and there are some seasonal challenges with that. And so what I do is I tend to set it for about, let's say, 4 minutes or so before that the alarm, so I have time to get there. Now, of course, there's also seasonal requirements that you want to do. So currently I'm rank 3, but remember, we're still quite early and only a few hours in. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go through each of these things to try to complete them. The nice thing is each of these levels have different things to do. They technically already complete the moment I unlock the level. They will immediately give me the things. And so that gives me things like season blessings, which give me percentage increases and so forth. So it makes me be able to, for instance, get the amount of glints of hope. Now, yes, haha, let's not forget, there is a seasonal challenge to this. And so when I am doing the various ruptures, they are going to give me the glint of hope, and these glints of hopes will upgrade my seasonal progress. And so when I take my seasonal progress through and I go into this area here, I will then unlock further storylines and things like that. Now, of course, I've completed all of the campaigns multiple times. And so the nice thing is that we come here to our glint of hope board, and as you can see, I've got a bunch of things that I've unlocked. And so basically, if I right click these two, then I just get a nice shield boost. Boom, Paragon level 90, which is awesome. And then I also get a couple of things like yeah, the helmet's pretty nice. That's okay. We'll have a look at that, and then we'll do that, and then we'll go back down. So, your question? Tell me about what I'm doing here? That was pretty much it. In a nutshell. But more importantly, buddy, how was your day? Tell me more. Like, it's America's 250th birthday. Like, that's huge. Like, did you guys do anything different? Did you have more people? Like you did say, it was a bit more of a family affair. And relax. Occur says, hey, sorry about that. I'm in a spot with the internet spot. You just caught up to your stream, switching to YouTube help. Please tell me that this whole massive download of information, you caught that, because if you didn't, I'm gonna cry, because I thought it was fucking smart. By the way, for those watching, Occur FPS is one of the coolest streamers just out there, but that I know of as well. And so you should definitely go check out his channel. FPS, of course, is the whole point. He likes first-person shooters, but maybe one day I can convince him to play a bit of Diablo. Please. Easy. Now, by the way, for those joining and going and looking at this going, holy shit, this is insane! There's so much going on. Remember, you take some time to reach this level. It doesn't just happen. And so you eventually get to this point where things are crazy like this. But it takes a while. And so by that point, you actually know what's going on. Nice. Cool. Occur says, yeah, it's also being on a Saturday, people were in full force. I was engulfed in a 360 display of fireworks at the beach. Dude, that must have been absolutely mental. Yeah, that's one of my wishes, I guess, at some point, is to experience the 4th of July in the United States. On Mount Rushmore, why not? Ugh, I hate masses. I hate spiders, but whatever. We'll do that. Yeah, you bloody better go back. So you see, Diablo is a very simple game. Nice.
You still believe in victory?
Cool. We got a little world boss coming our way. I just want to quickly kill this asshole. Hey, buddy. Thank you. Come again. He's really nothing special. That's annoying. After all of that.
I'll be here, swinging away.
Good. How many minutes? 7 minutes left. Let's quickly go to the den. Because my one mercenary has reached maximum level, and so then I switched them up.
I know what it's like to be the outsider, boy.
Okay.
You have family in this place.
Someone told me once you can't pick your family. But I think
I will handle it.
Okay, well, we've got a few minutes, so let's quickly jump over and go. Cool. All of those. Beeline straight to here. I've only got one glyph, so I'll put that in. Which is Challenger, and hey, that's great. We're actually going for Challenger. Okay. Win, win, win. Okay. Beautiful. Cool, and so basically what these glyphs do, you get a bunch of them, but basically you'll have 5. And so as you can see, a glyph there, it says radius size grants 20% bonus to all normal nodes within range. Additional bonuses, you deal extra damage to elites, and then there's a legendary bonus as well, so it's quite good to level those up. Cool. Beautiful. Actually, now that I think about it, while we are waiting, now, I realize that I look extremely orange. My apartment faces west, and the sun is setting in the west. Duh. And so right now, my curtains are drawn, and so I've got this, like, Miami Beach look, I guess. Ooh, well now. Shall we see what we got? Ooh, and a scattered prism. Well, hello there. Lovely, this is excellent. Damage reduction, and we do want to have more berserking, and that does unlock. Okay. Let's just do this one. Okay, excellent. Okay, we'll worry about that later. Shall we head over to the world boss? Now, for those who haven't seen a world boss before, it's a pretty cool event, actually. There's it's basically a bunch of people come together in this one place, and then we all fight this big-ass boss. Now, by the way, this is Lagertha. She's fully customized by me. There's actually quite a lot of options for customization, as you can imagine. So why don't we get to the area of the world boss, and then from there, we'll look at a little bit and see if maybe I can do some upgrading to Lagertha. Excuse me, coming through. Ooh, 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 ooh. Now, for those who don't know, for those who play Diablo, they always see these faded flag and they're like, what's this about? So when you click it, you see it says provoke. So most of the inscription has been lost to time. A few barely legible words read, dare provoke iron. So basically what you need to do is you need to emote and taunt
This will
it.
be your last stupid mistake.
And so then you just get these random little skills just for a few minutes. But it's not you got to provoke it every time. The message is different every time. So every time you have to do something slightly different. Hey, the more you know.
Hello.
Hello.
And a reminder, the graphics on my laptop is turned down really far because Diablo is quite a chunky thing. And then running a stream on it at the same time,
Great.
it does suck a little
Brutal. I like it.
bit. Cool, so we got 3 minutes.
Appreciate that.
Ah, nice. Bunch of friendly peeps. So, why don't we go and look at a little bit of our customization options, shall we? Curse says, Jesus, dude, you're next level. I am not next level, but thank you. I can't believe you can think and speak so fast. You ramped up so quickly. Haha. Also, I love that you're following the meta build. Yeah, well, I mean, there are many meta builds, I guess. It is a thing you do in Diablo. Once you get to a higher level, you follow these build guides to get you to a certain point. There are those people that are even more advanced that they theory craft these things, so they actually do them in the PTR, which is like a pre-release testing environment, so they already know what will be the big builds coming out. But they'll spend hours and hours and hours running multiple different builds and looking at damage and then identifying this and this and this and this and this. So they're sort of the trailblazers for us. They're the ones that go off into the distance and go, well, if you follow this path, then you'll be amazing and what. Now, we've got a minute or so left, so why don't we firstly have a look just at our outfits. Now, of course, these come in sets, so I could just push a button and it changes everything to this particular set. Akira also said, I never got a mount in Diablo. How important is that for you? You get a mount by default. Basically, the mount, for those who don't know, is the rideable that you get. And so you do get one by default in this game. It's obviously the way it looks quite different. So you can have, like these things, the basilisks. You can have horses that glow in the dark. And then, of course, they come with various armor sets and so forth and so forth. Discard. They had to do this because the map is massive. And so you can't teleport to something, but then to get to a particular objective, it takes a while. I would say, in my feeling, they would probably delete the mounts because people miss so much of this beautiful, beautiful world they've built because they're literally just rushing, like I did, from one point to another. It's funny, our teammate actually, every now and then when we teleport, he says, nobody walks anymore. It's like, yes, I agree. Cool. Now, by the way, for those who... Let me just get off my high horse for a second. So we're running the Whirlwind build, and so you'll see Whirlwind here. It's rank 15. And interesting, see how it's changing. It's obviously one of my spells that's moving it around a little bit. But yes, we're running a Whirlwind build. We've got a couple of shouts that we deploy to make us more powerful. So this increases our movement speed. Great. This increases the damage reduction that we get. And okay, here we go.
This will be your last stupid mistake.
Do you come here often? Oh, he's gonna get fucked up real quick. Say hello to my little friend, bitch! Yeah, I'm sorry. I know I said World Boss is pretty cool, and we just absolutely destroyed it.
Well done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. Impressive.
Goodbye.
It's sometimes if you just get the right group of people to fight a world boss, we sort of synergize. And yeah, I mean, my character is fairly powerful. Kura says, was the mount locked behind a quest? I don't think so. I really don't. I can't remember, actually. But from my understanding, you just have a mount from the start.
It is done.
Okay, collection of gold, collection of boots. I don't need gold, so...
Usually I like trees.
Ka-ching! Ka-ching! Oh! Just, world boss looked like a minion. I would say yes, it did a little bit, actually. Okay, let's see. Oof. Oof. The Elder Mace of Limited Rage. Limitless Rage. Maybe it's limited, who the fuck knows? Each point of fury generated increases damage. But look at the difference in damage per second. Now that's because this particular mace that I've been carrying basically from the start 2 days ago. So I've never upgraded it. Look at the amount of damage that I'm going to do, and that's base damage. So then you add all of my other magic shit to it as well. Now I'm going to beat the shit out of Steve. Okay, here as well. So knock down causes, that's fine. This one's a fairly decent upgrade. Take that. And this ring. Yeah, you see. Okay, cool. Minion compared to your power, yeah. You're absolutely murderized. Hi, new viewer. Welcome. Where do you see new viewer? Am I missing something? Who's the new viewer? Anyway, if we have a new viewer, welcome to the family.
That looks worn. I can fix it.
Yeah, of course you can.
Use these.
Okay, you see, this is the problem. You can easily get sucked into upgrading stuff and worrying about stuff, and you really shouldn't. You should just be focusing on upgrading, because this amazing thing that I found in a half an hour will not be useful. So it is a bit of a dangerous thing. But let me just do a little bit of upgrading here. Just a smidgen, Daddy, please, just a wee bit. It's such a good weapon. Such a good weapon. Hello. I would like to put holes in my fancy new weapon. Thank you, ma'am. And we are going to go for skulls. 2 of your finest skulls, please. Thank you. Thank you. Cool.
Well done.
Okay. Excellent. And so for the pants, what we would like to have is some rubies, please. 2 of your finest rubies. Thank you. Jubblies. Okay, I'm out of it. Okay, let's not fuck around anymore. Let's just go to Tyrael. But Janker, you've got Diablo 4, right? So I played the game when it came out. How many new heroes are there? Quite a few. So we've got the Spiritborn, the... actually, you know what? Check this out. got the Spiritborn, the Warlock, and the Paladin. But also, they've added 2 massive expansions with their whole entire storyline to it. So, if we scroll down to the beginning, we've got a Sorceress, or Sorcerer in this case. Then we've got the Rogue. She's awesome. And this is where the Spiritborn came out. So this is a fucking awesome, absolutely mentally cool character type. Then we've got a Necromancer. How cool does she look? La Tourmalie. Yeah, I was very proud. All of this custom, the color of the tattoos, the outfit. I did spend a bit of money to get that outfit. Also, the heart carried on the back. I know I'm an idiot. Here's my first barbarian. Then we have a druid, a Merglumar. He was pretty awesome as well. And then we have another sorceress. You see, I'm a sucker for red stuff. And then we got the Paladin. The Paladin was absolutely awesome as well. Like, it's so hard as a veteran of Diablo to say which class is the best to play. You have to play all of them. And the crazy thing is, in each of them, there's like 15 different builds that completely change how you play them. And that's where those build guides will show you. Then, of course, we've got Lady Liadrin. Yes, that is a Doom shield that I'm wearing. Yes, and that was another Paladin, though it's a lady this time. And then this is our first Warlock, Amongero, which is referencing a real Warlock. And then here, we got old Lady Lagertha. So, it's a tricky one for me. It's like, if you, and I know you're into FPSs, but if you want to have this as a game to just play the storyline on the side, Diablo will give you that. But if you want to play hardcore, sweaty, crazy, geeky, statty ARPG stuff, you kind of got that too. Okay, cool. Shall we jump straight into our war plan? Akira says, well, man, I'm definitely going to play with you. I'd learn so much. The thing is like, if you want to learn the end game, absolutely, absolutely. But if it's been a long time since you've played, I would say you probably want to first just enjoy it. Just go and play the storyline, and from there, I would be more than happy to help you. Yes, this build is literally called the Spin to Win build. And because I've focused a little bit... Oh, good, wiring. A little bit on using the build guide, spending a bit of time at the front to theory craft a little bit. Then you just walk through these sort of challenges. I played the last game all the way through on Xbox. What, Diablo 3? Ooh. Might need a loot filter soon. Gosh, this game just makes time disappear. It's already been an hour and a half. And I'm doing another stream tonight. But yeah, it's probably a bit too late for you, Akira. But in 3 hours, myself and Dinah are going to be playing Rocket League. So if you're keen to play for that. Well, hang on. You're probably next to a lake somewhere. Drinking that fine moonshine. Okay, so we just have to slay the Flesh Reaper. Simple, Jack. Don't hurt me. Please note, I'm quoting a movie there. I'm not making fun of anything. Yeah, by the way, Kerr, you need to take me through Cryo at some stage. I have not played Cryo in such a long time. Okay, cool. Let's quickly wrap this up. Hey, no. Whee! I remember the whole point of today's stream is for me literally just to level up as quickly as possible. So I'm just setting this up to just go up rapidly. Okay, so next in the war plan, let's go. And so war plans is this new feature that they've added in the last season, Lord of Hatred. And so the war plans means sometimes people can get lost in this game. They're like, what do I do next? And that's the fantastic part of it, is you can just go and do all of these different type of events and enjoy yourself. But if you want to have the structure to it, they've added this thing called war plans. And so basically it's selecting a path of events, and when you complete these events, you can see here I selected Nightmare Dungeon, Helltide Harvest, now we're doing a Kuras Under City, and then we're going to finish it with a pit. Brat Pit. And so then you get rewards for just doing these things very rapidly, which is very useful. Occur says, yes, D3 was sick. You never played Gauntlet Legends. It has a 3D game for the Nintendo 64. It had a 3D game, but it was a co-op RPG, much like a predecessor to Diablo. Ah, cool. That sounds fun. Yeah, man, Diablo 3 is sick. Like, you know, if there's ever a point where I get captured, let me step out of this for a second. If there's a point where I get captured and they are torturing me, and there's this one thing that I need to cling on to make me feel good, it will be the fact that I reached a level 150 Greater Rift in Diablo 3. At that point, I think there was like 4,000 or 5,000 people in the world that had achieved that, which seems like a lot, but it's not for Diablo 3. And so it's months and months of grinding to get this last 0.5% out of one item to get you a little bit further. It was insane. But interesting enough, Diablo 3 wasn't that well received at the start, but it kind of grew and evolved. Same with Diablo 4. A lot of people have bitched on it, and it's just become the quintessential super fun ARPG that gives everybody what they want. It is not Path of Exile. I know. Trust me, there's Diablo 2 Resurrected. Unbelievably good. The new remastered version of Diablo 2. So if you like a more dark, brooding, grindy ARPG, Diablo 2 is your flavor. But yeah, Diablo 3 changed the ARPG space because it became much more about killing millions of things instead of one or two little bastards. Hang on. Shall we? Oh, we don't have. Do we have a tribute? We have a tribute. Nice. What do we want? We want. Fuck it. We want weapons. Cool. So now we go into the Undercity, and the Undercity is very simple. We got to do things quickly. Kira says, I played D2 Resurrected. I still prefer D3 for gameplay. Wow. Hey, that's cool, man. I can't say I've ever heard anybody say that. Ever. But clearly, bro, you know your Diablo, man. And then in that case, yeah, we should definitely jam, bro. But knowing what I know now about your capabilities in Diablo, yeah, we can get you up there quickly. The thing is, if we want to play together, you just tell me when. And anybody watching, if you want to play together, just tell me when. I'll set up a stream, and we'll take it from there. And also, I'll start a character from scratch so we can kind of upgrade together. And we'll take different characters so we can synergize. Gosh. Golly! I might have to upgrade my my difficulty very soon. We can just go straight through to the boss. The curse is, I say that probably because I played Diablo 3 first, lol. I think there's a commonality among most games that have a series. You are flying through these dungeons. Yeah, man, that's this build, this spin-to-win build. There are so many different builds, like... It'd be so much fun. Now, the problem is I've deleted so many of my old archives, but it'd be so fun to show people how each build varies, each character varies, but most importantly, each build within each character. Like, hang on a second. Let's just go here and let's go tier list build guide. So, let's just go endgame builds for barbarians. Okay, look at the amount of different builds that are just endgame builds. We've got the Whirlwind Barb. You did say you like the minion. So you got the minion build, the Mighty Throw Barb, the Rend Barb, the Flame Charge Barb, the Lunging Strike Barb, Frenzy Barb, Mighty Maelstrom Barb, Death Blow Barb, and the Hot A Barb. Okay. Oh, it's the Hammer of the Ancients Barbarian. Oh, okay, cool. And so each of them have just completely different weapon structures, play styles, all of it. All right. Anyway, this boss is sitting there quivering in their little undies. Bye. Cool. We'll upgrade to Penitent in difficulty. Interesting. Is something Riker said? Makes me just want to do this. Oh. Alright, so it's time for us to do the pit. Level 10 Torment. Let's see how we fare. Gosh, it looks like it's a beautiful day outside, like just looking at the colors. That's okay, I went for an epic mountain bike ride. I shot outside yesterday in an archery tournament. I've gotten my touch grass tick box ticked, yo. Holy shit, okay. I did know that I am a little bit easy to kill. That does not bode well. I need to be careful. Oh, shit. Okay, hang on. Did I see... Oh my god, dude. I bought a bicycle. What? Hang on, you say it like it's your first one, or did you buy... What did you buy? So clearly, from a damage perspective, my character is really powerful, but I'm still a tad bit sensitive. You know, I prefer Disney movies to Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. Currently. At some point, I'll get a bit thicker skin. And for those who don't figure it out, I'm not talking about myself, I'm talking about the game. I just missed biking. Glad I got a bike again. What did you get, buddy? Road bike, mountain bike, motorbike, trike. Shit. There we go. Ooh, baby, 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 if I kiss you like this and hold you like that. Nice. We got our first one. Fantastic. I almost said fantastical. Don't say fantastical. All right, cool. And so I believe we can go and have a chat with Tyrell and get some rewards. It's like a suburban bike meant for a bit of both rugged and terrain on roads. You keep saying welcome new viewer. What do you mean by that? I don't see anybody else on the YouTube side. Am I being hacked? First one what? You keep typing welcome new viewer with 3 hearts. It's on screen. You are confusing me. What is up with the confuse it?
I'll be here, swinging away.
Hey, Tyrell. Huh?
May the light go with you. People are grateful. They've sent their regards.
Baby, baby, baby. Jeez, that's a decent upgrade. You said first one to an item or something you picked up. Oh, sorry. Yes, I'll answer that, but why do you keep saying welcome new viewer? So I got this. So in my build guide, you'll see here under my charms, what I'm looking for is to get all 5 of the Berserker's Crucible. And so it means I need 5 unique charms. I have now managed to get 1. 1 down, 4 to go. Oh, seasoned stuff. Lovely. Also, the new viewer thing is because I see live viewer count every time it jumps up. Yeah, nah. Wow. Okay. Jeez, my laptop is struggling at the moment. What am I doing? I am... Okay, Paragon 20, yeah. Let's do the Paragon board, shall we? Okay, and so our next board... Jeez, my laptop is dying right now. Warping a Wrath. I need to close programs. My laptop's like, you're killing me! Ah, that's why. We didn't need that. Okay, cool. That'll improve performance a little bit. Whoa. Bringer. So close. Cool. Well, what's your plans for the rest of the weekend, occur? Getting up to anything interesting? More family time, or? Alright, yeah, this is a must. You know what, I'm gonna yeah, no, not this case. Ooh. A rare lair key. I should probably create a new stash for keys. Geez, somebody's leveling up like a boss over there. Holy shit. Fine, we'll call it this one. If I could type. Cool. So actually gotta check something here. So Hell Tides. Well, we're desperately trying to get this. The moment we get Rife and Rot, then we're gonna just focus on killing maggots. And so I need to just complete a bunch more Hell Tides. Says, yeah, I'll be going back to work tomorrow morning, then headed back Monday to the lake to spend time with my sister for a few days. Oh, dude, that sounds amazing. What kind of stuff do you get up to while you're at the lake? Do you have a boat? Do you do some fishing? I need to spend time next to a lake soon, which New Zealand has quite a few beautiful places to do so. Not as many lakes, but a lot of next to water. Now I need to be careful. I've moved up to penitent level. And so penitent level means like I said earlier, I like Disney movies a lot. Whereas earlier I just walked this. I just need to be aware. Hello, new viewer. How are you? Tell us what is the best part about your weekend so far. Also, that bike that you got. So, suburban bikes are awesome, man. I had one in Denmark. They're really, really cool. Do you have, like, some areas outside the city you can go for a ride in? Ooh. Aether Lords can cause hellfire to erupt around them. Yes, that's quite dangerous. Which is so stupid, because I'm so used to running, like, top tournament levels, but when you start a new character, you've got to kind of get through this early stages first. Very nice. That took forever. Says, I'll post pics of my brother's new puppy, English Labrador. He's basically a big pig, a big baby pig. So cute. Oh, dude, I look forward to seeing that. Like, I love dogs, man. That's awesome. And the English Labrador. Or is it a Labradoodle? Lab. You need to define lab in these worlds we live in.
You still believe in victory?
May I share the Labradoodle or the Labrador's picture on my stream? I just saw the message pop up on my watch. Before I forget, Occur, you might have missed the message in your last stream. You were busy heading out for the day. If you don't own a smartwatch, now that you have a bike, you need a smartwatch because, of course, you need to track how far you cycle about and your heart rate and all of that stuff because Strava, which, by the way, the event that you're doing... Let me just completely just hear my own voice for a second. There we go. The event that you do with this, what's it, the fun run on Sundays and stuff like that? If you don't have a smartwatch, you could do it with your, I guess, with your phone as well. Get the application called Strava. Okay? Strava is fantastic because you can, it's like Facebook, but for fitness. And so you can have this big group of people that are part of a Strava group, and you can inspire people to go and do things. You've got challenges, you've got all these things, but it's also nice because you can always see, oh, this person went for a run today. Oh, that person went for a bicycle ride the other day. As you can tick it off. So it's a great way to sort of inspire yourself, but at the same time also sort of inspire others to get out and do exercise. But the main reason why I want you to get a smartwatch is because for your avatar, the idea would be so cool because, I've got a... Hang on a minute. I mean, you know about it already, but I've got a heart rate monitor, right? And so I think you could potentially use that technology in a cool way. And basically what I think you could do is you could have it so that your avatar starts to sweat when you reach a certain heart rate and maybe even get like really red and mad. Because I really love your new avatar sort of setup. By the way, for those watching who don't know, Occur FPS, go check him out. A cool streamer. Doing a lot of marathon these days, but now and then he joins me for a Bellatrix stream as well. But yeah, I just think that would be so much fun to see you do. I really would. Okay. Diablo. Occur says, brother, I have Strava, haven't maximized yet. Dude, you know, there's a very few percentage of people I believe that maximizes it. But if you start a channel or a group in your Discord, and it's the Strava group, and you drop a link to a shared group, I will 100% join up for that. That would be so much fun. That's how I track my runs. Did 100 outdoors last year. Oh shit. Okay, well, sorry, because I did. Oh, so you track your runs with your phone, but not a smartwatch. Okay, cool. Well, hey, I mean, boom. Yeah, I would be very happy in your Strava squad.
Step forward.
I think it's very important for people that are gamers to know that it's healthy to get outdoors, which clearly you do not have a problem with. Ooh, another charm, baby.
I think that's it.
You think that's it? Huh? This dude is just freaking loving like It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Sorry. Cool. Up to a hell time. Man, my computer is suffering. Diablo. Oh. Shall we? I probably want to rather hit this area here. Anyway, we'll ride. Let's ride! Let me kill monsters while I read your message. Do you think you could help me? Firstly, I would never do that if I was a hardcore character, because if you die, you lose your character. And secondly, it's hilarious that usually I just spin to win through everything, and the one time I take my eyes off to read your message. That's hilarious. Occur says, do you think you could help me figure out those triggers for the avatar? I would love that. The more I can get my avatar to react to me, the better. I realize the little guy as more of a cartoon. Oh, 100%. And what you've done to it now gives it personality. It was weird. I was kind of looking at it and, you know, it's like that little robot that you can get that kind of has like, it looks like a mini dump truck, and it can lift its arms up and it looks at you. And even though you know it's a simple toy, eventually it gets a personality. And then before you know it, you don't see it that way. And what you did to your avatar of late has just taken it to a new level. I absolutely love it. To answer your question, can I help you figure that out? Of course. The realistic thing I would most likely do is just, depending on the system you use already to animate it, I would just probably go and Google that and just go, I want to do this and this and this, because it's simple data triggers. I mean, on my phone, hang on, let me tell you the app that I use. So I use Pulsoid. So that's a free application, or maybe I purchased it, but it wasn't a lot. And so that transmits my heart rate to another tool, which then obviously turns it into a heart. So I'm very sure you'll be able to do something interesting. Hell, you could probably get Claude to write you an application in these days. The character I portray, still figuring out the character. Dude, I love the character. 2 streams in one day? Yes, Blitz, that's correct. So I have to finish up here soon. And then, then I will take a little break, and then it's time for the Rocket League. Looking forward to it. That was so funny, me just dying like an absolute chop. I did say I'm a little bit sensitive today. My character, again. Man, this new seasonal quest line, it gives you so much stuff.
What is this?
Yeah, you looking forward to our game later, Blitz? I'm really looking forward to it. By the way, we've got Dino that's going to join as well, so we're going to be running 3v3. What is this? Oh, we've now started picking up some ruins, which is great. Do you end stream, start Rocket League stream? No, I mean I could, but I've got a date with Blitz at my 8 o'clock, so in about 3 hours time. And so yeah, I'll get off, have a bit of a break, do some munchies, chill a little bit, because Rocket League's hectic. I mean, this is not brainless. At the level I'm playing at the moment, it is kind of brainless. But yeah, Rocket League, it's hardcore. Gets the heart rate up to 130. It's so much fun, man. I love Rocket League. Oh, hey. Hey, buddy. Jeez, I'll tell you what. Pretty frickin' mental. By the way, NTGRL wants to play. Hang on, isn't that the one that you guys were fighting? We're going to finish this war plan. Oh, hang on. I'll take that. Oh, great. By the way, Occur I don't know if we've asked this before, but do you play Rocket League? And if you go, I suck at Rocket League, perfect. Like, I would be able to take you in 2 hours to a person that loves Rocket League. It's like, a lot of people go, oh, I'm really bad at it. It's like, everybody sucks at it at the start. Well, you know, we've never evolved as human beings to be able to take cars, fly them in the air, and hit big soccer balls into goals. So I'm trying to prefix it because I know a lot of people are like, oh, I can't play Rocket League because I suck at it. It's like, it's one of the best games ever. Well, in that case, then sorry, Blitz. Like, I'd love for NTG to play, and we have a lot of fun when we do. But the fact that you two guys had literally a feud means that, unfortunately, I have to keep you guys separate. So it's just you, me, and Dino tonight. Sorry, maybe I misread you, Occur. Okay, so it sounds like the stream doesn't end. You essentially put on a Be Right Back scene and start Rocket League? No. I end the stream and I start a brand new one. With a new thumbnail, new tags, everything. That's right. Interesting. So I remember Riker said, I always try to complete all of these 4 elements, but Occur actually said you don't have to upgrade your warp run. So I'm just going to fly through this actually. I'm not going to do any of the missions. I'm just going to finish it. Which is a bit boring, but... And on top of that, Occur, you can imagine that the Rocket League stream is without a green screen. This is with the green screen. And sometimes I will do a racing stream. So I have an entire setup built up here with my sim rig and everything with a green screen. And then I have to get rid of all of that just so I can do a marathon stream.
Bless you, child.
We're done.
Oh, good. Good old Diablo. Man, this game. The only problem I've got is because I've played Diablo so much, and I'm not a variety streamer for nothing. You know, I get bored of games. And so it's not like I get bored of Diablo, but because I've played it so much at such a high level that it becomes repetitive to me. And so I can only play it for a short period of time, and then I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm done. Okay, so let's have a look there. Anything better? No. It's much better, but look, I'm not going to waste any time with that now. We will upgrade that later. To answer your question, I can count how many times I've played Rocket League on one hand. I like it, but I never got into it competitively. Competitively. Who's competing? Yeah, I know what you mean, man. But it's just, I don't know why, like, the amount of fun people have when they play together is insane, and I enjoy our streams together. I just think that Bellatra is a lot of fun, and it's a different spin on things, but I'd love to do a Rocket League stream with you sometime. Okay, cool. We're gonna do this pit, and then that will be it. I'm going to try for a tier 15. It's a bit ballsy. There's a high chance that I'll die. But you don't try, you'll never know. BT dubs. I think Lagertha's hot. Jeez, and it dropped me into frickin' Volcano City. Everybody take a look. This is what Yosemite will look like one day. Hopefully hundreds of thousands of years from now. Yellowstone Park. Is it Yellowstone Park? Yosemite? One of the world's super volcanoes. It's a bit active at the moment, which is a bit scary. And when we talk about super volcanoes, I live in New Zealand. We've got one just around the corner from me, like 2 hours south. That one goes. I stopped smoking years ago, but I'm gonna light up a cigarette and kiss my ass goodbye. Oh, don't die, don't die. Gotta be careful here. Some of them are poisonous. I fucking hate spiders.
Curse this place.
Yeah, exactly. Curse this place. Sorry guys, I'll read your comments now. I just gotta complete this bit. Last time I looked away from the screen, I got murdered instantly. Did I read that correctly? Did a curse say, I will play whatever you want to play, JJ? Well, in that case. Oh, back at you, by the way. I mean, we very seldomly play Marathon together, so I really need to schedule a session where if you know you're going to play, then I can sort of schedule myself around that, because I would love for you to take me through Cryo. That would be amazing. Of course, I guess we're going to be playing Halo when it comes out in a few weeks, isn't it? That's going to be fun. And then, of course, eventually the game that I'm building when that gets released. Kurt says, never knew New Zealand had a volcano. There's like 20-something volcanoes in the general area of Auckland where I live. Yes, New Zealand has, it's quite active. South Island is more earthquake, whereas North Island we've got a lot of active volcanoes here. It's quite cool. There's like this this area you can go to here where it's just like, it smells like rotten egg because of all the sulfur in the air. Rotorua, everybody refers to it as Roto Vegas. That's really cool. It's such an amazing country to visit. There's so much diversity and, you know, geology and all of that malarkey. Anyway, shall we do that? Thank you. Let's go to Tyrael. closest one to me is 3,000 miles away. Yeah, you're good. Of course, if a super volcano goes, you need to be like 50,000 miles away. But 50,000 miles, 10,000 miles. I will. If the super volcano goes off in the northern hemisphere, it could plunge most of the northern hemisphere into a terrible 1 or 2 year weather cycle. It's insane. I would highly recommend watching a Netflix documentary called Earthstorm. Earthstorm, I believe there's 5 episodes, and it's volcanoes, earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes, and tsunamis. And it's sort of like an hour-long film/documentary where it covers each of these things individually, and then when it talks about volcanoes, it's pretty fucking serious. All right. Okay, my friends, look, I've really enjoyed this, but as I need to mentally prepare myself for what is about to happen, I will quickly, however, just go and see if there's anything cool in the Elites of Hope area. Dinosaurs excited for Rocket League, JJ? Yeah, man. Blitz is going to be joining us as well, so it'll be us 3. That's going to be a lot of fun. How about you, man? You pumped? When last did you play Rocket League, by the way? We'll take that. Thank you. Not too far before we get that mythic reputation cache. Nice. Okay, we can probably unlock the next level soon, so we'll do the capstone dungeon for that. Sweet. How many? 8. Okay. All right, my friends, shall we say goodbye to our lovely friend Agatha? Yes, it is time to say adios, muchachos. Gosh, I think I just made my computer fucking crash. Sorry, yeah, unfortunately my stream suffers a little bit when I play Diablo because it chews up so much of my resources. Anyway, it's been fun. Dino, look forward to playing some Rocket League with you soon. Same with you, Blitz. We'll be on in just an hour and a half's time. No? 2.5 hours time, so looking forward to that. And Accurses on a campaign stream. Ooh, oh, hang on. I'll definitely take you through Cryo Archive once I've learnt it to the max. I feel like a noob, but dude, Halo is going to be huge. Yeah, man. And like I said, it's my first time playing Halo. So you will be my guiding light. Sorry, I did have music playing, but I can see that it crashed as I opened up that thing, which is always fun. There we go. We got music. Lovely. So, but dude, Halo is going to be huge. Let's plan on creating content together for it. We should collab. I think so, my friend. I think it's going to shift the world in such a way that it's going to be exciting to go through it. And, you know, I can definitely come from the slant of hey, I'm a noob and experiencing this for the first time and so forth. And it'll be good to have people like you guide me through it. So that'll be fun. But on the cryo thing, that's okay. Even if you're like a noob, I think you're a noob, but way more advanced than I am. And if we take your advanced knowledge and my complete virginism, that's right, I made up a new word, it's called a Jacquism. When our powers combined, maybe we can achieve some greatness. Plus, maybe we get a teammate or two that knows what they're doing. All right, team, take care. We'll see you soon. Hope you have a lovely day. We'll catch up soon. Ciao.